This tutorial is on driving, how to pass your test. When you first get into the vehicle, you want to make sure everything is safe around you, things are clear. Then I need you to put on your seatbelt. That's the expectation. If you don't put on your seatbelt, you're probably not really ready to learn how to drive. Next, this car has a push to start. It has a key fob. The key fob is in my pocket. I'm going to go ahead and show you what that key fob looks like. And this is a key fob. You don't want to lose it. If you do lose it, it's going to be $350 to $500 to replace it. So you want to keep this on your person. Then I'm going to go ahead and zip up my pocket and go from there. Always smiling, being friendly. Now, I'm going to put my foot on the brake and start us up. This is the push to start. I like to check my gauges because I'm mechanically inclined. I want to make sure it's safe. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put it into reverse. And I got to be really careful. Parking lots are the most dangerous. I want to look around. You could pull through, but I want to look around and survey my whole area. So you see me looking around and you see me turning hand over hand. I'm going to switch angles and I'm going to go to the edge of the private drive. Here's the private drive. I'm looking down to the edge and I'm turning in the nearest lane. Keep your turn as short as possible. If you're not going to keep your turn as short as possible, then you're going to run a risk of going into the wrong lane. Looking at the driving test, they say keep your turn as short as possible. Turn into the lane that you start in. I pause. Here's the stop sign. I want to proceed. This is a service drive. This connects the minor side streets. It runs parallel to the main expressway. A lot of states, a lot of cities around the United States have this, and maybe some other countries do, so let me know. So there are a lot of signs. We got our pedestrian school zone crossing. We have a fire truck sign. So you need to know what these signs mean. This is a regulatory sign that's hidden here by the leaves. I'm going to pause, look, check, and I proceed. Always look around, check your mirrors, because cars will come very fast up the expressway ramp. See, there the police sitting there to the right. I know you think I'm kidding. You come speeding through here, you're going to get a ticket. I know you saw the police to the right. Lesson learned, noted. The speed limit here is 35, I'm at 30. Don't be in a hurry to get a ticket, because that's what's going to happen to you. You saw that trailer? They turn into the nearest lane. Our fuel is a little less than half. Our tires are right at 32. The last time I talked about this, it took about 25 minutes, 15 minutes for the tires to get an operating temperature. All of these tires are at 32. We've been sitting, the car has been sitting in the sun all day, so you expect the tire temperature to be up. I'm looking at the freeway to the left. It does look like a traffic jam. So I'm going to make some decisions. Do I want to get on the expressway? Do I want to take side roads? It's all about making decisions. There's a stop sign coming up. I need to stop for a minimum of 3 seconds. Once I stop, I'm going to count. 1001, 1002, 1003. That small pause will allow traffic to move forward. During rush hour, whether it's Metro Detroit, Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, California, you have to make decisions. So I have to pause here. This is CEO sign, it's also regulatory. And then traffic is coming off. And then I'm gonna get over one lane to the left. I was not honked at, but another car was. So I'm still trying to make a decision. 2 lights over is the expressway ramp. I'm scanning the intersection. There's a lot of things going on here. We got a crossing guard to the right. You should be able to see that person. Rush hour can be very intense, and I do take clients on that road. I'm just scanning traffic. Nope, I'm not going on the expressway. Just gridlock. So I'm going to continue on. You need to know a second route or a third route to get to your destination. I'm at about 35, so I'm just taking my time. The speed limit is 40. I'm right at about 35. I don't want to aggressively tailgate. If you've seen my videos, and you have, hopefully, and you're subscribed, I talk about various driving situations. This one, we're cruising about 35, 37. We're not trying to tailgate, and we're trying to be consistent and get a smooth flow and make most of these lights. I'm looking at the truck. I'm also looking at the light. Trying to be as consistent as possible. There's a vehicle to my left in my blind spot. And now I'm using the ball of my foot to squeeze my brakes. A lot of beginners wait till the last second, and I'm going to show you this. You see how close I'm getting to this vehicle? This is what a lot of beginners will do. They'll just ride really fast, and this is what it looks like. It's really scary. So don't scare your parents. Keep more room, keep more space. This is a very relaxing route. There's not a lot going on. And I'm just trying to really be smooth and keep my space. And this is a typical American road. Where are you guys from? What part of the world? Let's put it into the chat. I'm in the Midwest. All of our tires are at 33 pounds. The temperature has equalized. I'm not going to run the yellow. I squeeze my brakes. They went through a red light. If you want a ticket, that's how you're going to get it. You can see people making left turns too. I'm just looking around the environment, making sure no one's tailgating me. People can see, I can see. Don't want to get rear-ended. Also, I do study traffic. How many cars run the lights? How many cars have blinkers? Who's going too slow? Who's going too fast? Because pedestrians are the most vulnerable. I look left, they ran the light. They cut in front of me. Young driver, are you learning something? I want you to see that. So you see the characteristics of a young driver who could have hit me. Yep, young driver. If I was an officer, I would have pulled him over. So I'm maintaining great speed control, staying smooth, and just taking my time. You can see all the racing and burnout marks of people who've been racing on this road. They have no regard for the law. See them pull out in front of me? Really dangerous. That's what people do. Just take it for granted. Could have been an older driver, younger driver, and I'm right at the speed limit, 45 miles an hour. So you decide if that was too dangerous. That was a little dangerous. You can tell by my voice it's a little bit irritating, but you have to be the better driver. I'm going to see the rear of the tires on the ground. Younger driver. And those drivers who are under 25, they tend to have more accidents, take more risk. Male and female have accidents. I'm not saying all drivers are like that, just certain drivers. And we could look at accident and violation results from the National Highway Safety Transportation, and also some public information from the Insurance Institute. I know you put that turbo boost kick in, but they're not going to share all data, such as your credit rating, where you live, your race, your sexual orientation. They use this as a formula to figure out, but a part of it is based on your credit rating. The lower your credit rating, the higher your insurance payment. The higher your credit rating, the lower, in some cases, your insurance payment will be. I'm at about 40. It's no sense in going super fast because I'll just be tailgating, and I don't want to do that. Cutting over and changing lanes is not really going to get me to the driving test any faster. It won't. Always got to be ready for the fire station. It's almost like we're not moving. I'm trying to keep my space and keep my distance. I say people with a lot of stickers on their back of their window or bumper, road rage. So you can look at that truck to the left. I don't know if there's any scientific data. They're turning, so I'm just lifting my foot. Squeeze my brake. This is my space cushion. Ooh. I don't want to hit the gas pedal really hard because that turbo boost will pick up. And so I picked up, and then I had to squeeze the brake. I could change lanes back and forth, but at what risk? I'm cutting over left and right. I won't get home any faster. I won't get to the driving test any faster. So you're going to have to make decisions when you're out here driving on your own. And most of the lights are timed based on the main flow of the traffic. And remember, we could have took the expressway, but there was a traffic jam there. And I'm going to squeeze my brake. Use the ball of my foot. They ran their light. This is the stop line or stop bar. hauling that trailer, they have to make a wide left turn because it's a longer vehicle. I've hauled trailers before. You have to keep more space. You got to manage your distance. You've got to judge braking, looking left and right, and I proceed. Some beautiful cars here, so I'm just scanning left and right. This is a pretty safe left turn. Left turns are the most dangerous because beginning drivers have a difficult time judging distance and speed. So you don't want to scare your parents, or they won't drive with you. Use the ball of my foot again. We want to see the rear of the tires on the ground. If you can't see the rear of the tires, then you're too close. That's the Mercedes Sprinter box truck, 2500 series, pretty nice. There are a lot of those here in the country. People have businesses, pretty safe. Our journey is a little bit slow, but it's safe. You can see this bus passing by me real fast. And that lane is for right turns only. So that's another tip. A lot of beginners don't know that there's a designated lane for right. Some lanes have it, some don't. So you can only turn right. And I'm lifting my foot off, so I don't want to over accelerate. About 35 again, and I'm going to make a lean change to the left. Mirror, turn signal, blind spot. Okay, now I can see more. So in some cases you're going to have to pass vehicles. That's a large Sprinter van. That's huge. I'm just scanning the area. I'm at about 45, and you can see by passing that vehicle, our field of view is really increased. Man, I gotta look at that as a possible EV. I'm gonna stay in this lane, even though my field of vision is a little bit closed, because I'm not an erratic lane changer. I'm trying to go really smooth, really easy. And the light is green, but there's a lot of traffic. So I'm gonna squeeze my brakes. This is why you have to look ahead. And I'm scanning the whole area. I see the person to the right. I see brake lights. I'm squeezing. By fast food restaurants, you see a lot of people just stop. They get hungry, sticking french fries in their nose, Tubbies, Savvy Sliders. So I'm just trying to be patient. If you're in the right lane, you're going to have to stop in almost every single private drive. In the left lane, you do have a little bit more room. And there are 3 cars ahead of me. I'm at 40. The lane departure is working, so I'm just trying to be as smooth as possible. It is fun. It can be a little bit stressful though. If you notice, we're almost making every single lane. They're about to jaywalk and possibly could get ran over, so they should be walking at the corner. Then let's make a lane change to the right. And now we can increase our field of vision. There's that turbo boost again. And here's our open field of vision. I'm looking straight ahead. I'm not looking down at the lines. I'm aiming high. I see the red light. I see the gray car ahead of us. I see the Jeep ahead of us. I see the gray truck to my left, the black truck, and the blue Ford F-150. I have a green, and I'm just taking my time. Oh, that car came out of nowhere. They shot the gap. That's an Australian vehicle. It's not really here in the United States, so I'm squeezing my brakes. You see how people just make those sudden turns, or they cut traffic? That's why you have to be ready. It's called defensive driving. We did the right thing because I'm looking up at the expressway and it is still bumper to bumper. So we'll be taking a different route. I'm just checking for confirmation, and I did the right thing. And I do have to get over one lane to the left. If I wait till the last second, it's going to be very stressful. So I'm going to go ahead and get over now. Don't wait till the last second to get over to your proper lane. I'm just increasing my following distance. So in case someone stops, I have room and I don't hit them. Every state, every province is different. If we rear end someone in our location, we're at fault. So you need to read your motor vehicle code. The blue car kind of popped up, popped out. And now I'm squeezing my brakes. Sorry for the bumps, but it's like this in this part of the country. It doesn't mean we have to accept it. And I'm squeezing my brakes real easy. If I slam brakes, I'm going to get rear-ended. This is an outside view today. It is kind of relaxing. You have to choose. Do you want to stop at 2 or 3 lights along the way? Or do you want to sit for 5, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 14 minutes on the expressway and crawl? I'm looking through the intersection, it's green. I see some brake lights. Now I'm squeezing my brake because I'm looking ahead. So much traffic. By me showing you these things, you're going to understand how important eye movement is, depth perception, reaction time. There's a beautiful 67 or 68 Mustang. That looks beautiful. Look at that, man. Whew. So beautiful. I'm just scanning left and right. And then we have the yellow, which means left turns only. And then we have an edge line to the right. And sometimes driving through these small, peaceful communities is really chilled and relaxed. It really is about peripheral vision. A black car, I'm going to squeeze my brakes. No sense in running the light. It is not this serious. So that light changed pretty quick. So I'm going to stop at the stop line, which you see me doing. This car does have auto shut off. And we can turn that on or off if we want. It does save fuel. And then I accelerate. Wasn't that long. I'm not scanning left and right, watching for cars and people. Consider this your driver's education lesson, driving with your uncle, your instructor. And I'm looking ahead. I asked you what color the light is. I'm trying to teach you to look ahead. Then I'm going to squeeze my brakes. We're going parallel to the expressway. The expressway is now on my right. And then we'll be going through a downtown area of the country in a moment. I do take clients on this route. It is a lot of stop and go traffic. It just depends on what skill sets I think the client needs to have. And good instructors will talk to you, develop a plan of action to help you instead of just driving you around the area. You're going to make 12 right turns, 12 left turns, but good instructors will teach you. You always have to look left and right. Just because you have a green light means nothing. People will run lights. I kind of turned on that blinker at the last second. That's why you don't want to tailgate. Into the middle turn lane. I'm going to wait till the last second to merge in, preferably where the broken line is, and then I merge in. If you want to try to pass your test, you need to be looking at this. You need to be asking questions. Okay, I'm going to pause, and I'm waiting. We each have to take a turn at this protected left-hand turn. This is the Jeep Trackhawk 4x4. My client has the Jeep Liberty Limited. Then I'm gently going to turn and accelerate through the turn. We have an edge line to the right. We have a double yellow. Sorry about the bumps. I apologize. This part of the country, they're just not putting money into the roads anymore. So I want to stay a little bit to the left. They're doing some work there. And I'm looking ahead as far as I can. Being really smooth and easy on the road. We have bikes and pedestrians ahead, bicycle crossing. And then there's a traffic light ahead. A lot of here to really help you. Consider this like a test that you can review and look at to help you pass it. Construction ahead. I have my blinker on a little bit too early. Now I'm going to squeeze my brakes. I'm going to see the rear of the tires. Try to be easy on the brakes. A lot of beginners hit those brakes too hard. And we're just scanning the intersection from left, middle, and right, watching for pedestrians, watching for cars. You'll see that truck making a turn, that Jeep. And then we'll be turning onto a one-way. I've seen cars go the wrong way on the runway. It's so scary. And I'm going to go up and pause. This is the front view today. I'm just going to wait. There's no hurry. I'm going to turn in the nearest lane. It's a little bit wide. That's what a beginner driver would do. This is radar enforced, so it is 35. I'm going to get over one lane to the left. This is your typical downtown area, county building, court, downtown businesses. I've done a lot of tutorials down here, and I will continue to do more because you get quality parallel parking, stall parking, angle parking, and they do look for Pokemon. That is such a thing. So we're on a one-way. All the signs are facing us. We can change lanes left, middle, right. I had a client get confused one time and tried to turn left from the middle lane. I said, no, you need to get over one lane. And then the expressway is to our right. And I'm going to squeeze my brake. And you notice I'm not trying to run lights because it's really dangerous. So here's your typical downtown area. downtown Houston, Texas, downtown Los Angeles, California, downtown Detroit, Michigan. You have a lot of one-way streets, metered parking, reverse parallel parking, angle parking, stall parking. So you have to master all of these parking maneuvers. Then I look left and right, and I proceed. There used to be a building here to the right. They have since tore it down, so it looks really confusing. Still on a one-way. Yep, there's construction. I'm gonna gradually turn the wheel. Great area to take clients for a road test prep. Then we have to make a right, so we'll be in the middle lane. It's very confusing here, all of this signage and pavement markings. So I'm looking in the lane and I'm going straight ahead. We're still on the one-way. And also this is radar patrolled, so you got to really be on your speed control. I felt the lane departure pushed the car back to the left a little bit. Maintaining really good speed. Scanning left and right. A lot of residential areas here, and business district to the right and left. We have some railroad crossing signs, so you got to look left and right. Got a beautiful Corvette there. Looking left and right. And then it turns back into a two-way. So you can see how those signs and pavement markings change. Lifting my foot because the turbo boost is kicking in, and I don't want to rear end this vehicle. So I'm lifting my foot, so I'm not going to tailgate this vehicle. Just taking my time. Squeezing the brake with the ball of my foot. What are the takeaways? You got to pay attention. You have to have good speed control. You got to be able to read signs, pavement markings, know the color. The shape. And then the meaning. You can see the volume of traffic that's here. You need to know a second way home. You need to be subscribing and looking at my videos, because I'm going to be giving you a first-hand perspective of the elements of driving. Keeping good space because the volume is just incredible. You need to scan the intersections.